A lot of people were wondering if the sugar scrub is for sensitive skin. Absolutely. I actually have eczema, and that's part of the reason why I originally started making my own sugar scrub, because I wanted something that would make my skin smooth and soft, as well as I can use it without breaking out. Welcome to Reflective Fashion Production. This is Like Love Luxury. To braid or not to braid meets face to face. So I've recorded this several times and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to re-record this and we're going to have an honest conversation. I've seen so many videos to where I'm just like, what? So I want to cover a lot of stuff in this video. However, I'm going to ask a lot of questions and you can drop a comment below and tell me if this is something that you're interested in or if you just want to have a conversation with me one-on-one. And when I say one-on-one, I'm just talking about Patreon. So basically I have Like Love Luxury, to braid or not to braid. And then I have Like Love Luxury face to face. These are two different things. I'm merging them today. And I just felt like this will be a good way to talk about everything that I've talked about this month. So this month I did talk about my sugar scrubs. I also talked about my eyelashes, which I'm going to be honest with you, it's very hard to do the routine that I wanted to do because I literally have been taking naps. November has been nap November, and it's been hard for me to get on the schedule to actually do my little amplify. So I've been doing the best that I can, and I could definitely see the results with my lashes, even when I'm like talking in the camera and I'm looking up. I'm like, okay, girl, look at them lashes. They getting it. So I also do lash extensions. Like one of the things that I'm going to talk about in this video is my consultations as well. So with me doing lash extensions, I do pay attention to the difference between a strip and a lash extension. And I think that's important for a lot of us to understand. Just because you have a lash extension doesn't mean you're going to get that 15 like a lash strip. That's totally different. When you have a lash extension, your main objective is to wear it longer than your lash strip. Um I know some people are like, well, I can use my lash strip and I can keep them on for this amount of time. I've worn lash strips and I've also worn extensions, and I feel like the lash strips are a little bit heavier than an extension. However, it's how you feel. This is your enhancement to your beauty. This is something that you want to do. So if you're looking into doing lash extensions, by all means, budget it for yourself. I think that's important to do. When it comes to, having an esthetician or a dermatologist, I am all for it because I do have an esthetician that I really do love and she is awesome. I also have other friends that are estheticians. So I feel like you should always have a backup because you never really know. And if you're trusting someone and you trust two people, to do, your waxing or your sugar scrub or whatever the case you do, whatever you do, that's your business. That's what you do. And I think that we tend to we knock certain things and not realizing that we're all different. We're all different. I like a good facial, but at this time I pick and choose what I want. I like a good facial. I know how much a facial is. I like my waxing. So I pick my wax over my facial, but at the same time, I definitely do my mini facials at home. They're not the same as going to get my facial, but I still have some type of malexfoliation going on with my face. And I really feel like that's important. And even if you have a esthetician friend and you're like, this is how I feel about my face, can you tell me about it? I personally, I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I deal with the surface of the skin. So I can tell you if you're exfoliating your skin and you have anything under there, it's bringing it out. So you definitely have to be careful with that. So if you have clear skin like mine, if your skin is completely clear and then you're like, "Oh, I want to try exfoliate," and then something just pops up, that's because you need to go in deep. You need to figure out what's under your skin. And I know a lot of people are like, what? That's not true. Go to a dermatologist. Go see an esthetician. They could tell you more. Me, I'm the surface of the skin. I just make your skin pretty. I can put makeup on your skin. I can give you nice moisturizers. I can tell you, oh, you need a good lip oil. I can do that for you. But when it comes to the undertone, the surface of it, to the foundation of your skin, that's not me. I know a lot of people they do ask me questions about my skin. They're like, "Okay, what are you doing with your skin?" So what I do with my skin is I do my best to make sure that I am drinking water. One of the things that I've been putting in my diet regularly is coconut water, but I don't just drink coconut water. I have to tell you the truth. The truth is, if you can drink that whole coconut water bottle, you ready for anything. Me, I'm not there yet. I can't go to war with the I can't go to war because I can't drink coconut water. I It's a lot. That's a lot, and it's a distinguished taste that I'm not ready for. So what I do with my coconut water is I actually have a 42-ounce water bottle that I try to make sure that I drink throughout the day. I take that and I do a cup of water. Then I have like my cucumber ice. I also have rosemary and mint. I did this nice blueberry syrup, simple syrup. Oh my god, it was good. I was like, okay, girl. So I did that and I mix it. And sometimes I do a little bit of lemon, sometimes I do cucumbers. And you have to be careful with the cucumber because then it starts to taste like pickle juice. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you have to be careful with the cucumber and you have to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing when it comes to the cucumber. But that's what I put in my diet and it helps tremendously. And when I say diet, I'm talking about what I eat. Everybody has a different diet. You could be a vegetarian, you could be a pescatarian, you could just only eat meat. You could do that across the board, but it doesn't mean that I'm like dieting. Like we really need to understand the words that we're using, and diet is just what you eat on the regular basis. What are you putting in your diet? Do you have a fast food diet? You get what I'm saying? And so um that's what I do. And I really love to do a at home facial like once a week. It's important to me. I like to put banana on my face. My daughter thinks I'm crazy. Well, and Malia, you'll see her every now and then. She's not here today because she's at school, but yeah, she'll be like, you can hear her in the background making noises. I'm just like, really, girl? Okay. But I do. I like to put banana on my face. I like to give myself a nice honey cleanse. I do have my sugar scrub, and one of the things that I was talking about is my sugar scrub. My sugar scrub, I decided to sell it because I am having a fundraiser to raise money for me to do a great opportunity, and I am super super excited. So if you are interested, I am going to show you my little mini video here so you can check that out. Not only that, but I decided to do the duo mini sets in the soft skin set. Those are the sets that I have. Now, if you want to buy them individually, the small one is 10 and the larger one is 20, but if you buy the duo together it's 25. I think that that's a great deal. It makes your skin soft. Not only that, but if you're not into wearing lotion, you don't have to wear lotion after you use this. So I personally, I love it for myself and I love it for my face, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you do not do this on the regular basis, I would tell you to consult an esthetician or a dermatologist before you put the sugar scrub on your face. Now, I do put it on my lips, and when I use it on my face, I only use a little bit because it's a mild exfoliant, and I think that's important for a lot of people to understand. Sugar scrub is a mild exfoliant. Now, if you're using like Epsom salt or a salt scrub, do not put that on your face. And if you're like, oh, I want to make my own sugar scrub or salt scrub at home, please don't use table salt. Don't do that. You will cut your skin up. So that is, I, because I had somebody say I could do. I got salt and sugar at home. I'm like, please be careful. Please be careful. But don't use table salt. If you want to know how to make sugar scrub, I can do a little video, and in fact I've showed a few people how to make sugar scrub and what to do if they wanted to make a nice little sugar scrub for themselves at home. I'll do a video on Patreon. I'll put that on Patreon. And yeah, I'll put that on Patreon. I think that'll be a great idea to show you how to do that if you have all the ingredients and if you're looking to um, keep your sugar scrub around at home. To be honest with you, my sugar scrub can last up to 3 months, and if you're using it correctly, it's going to be gone within a month. I just keeping it real because when I run out, I'm like, I gotta make some more, but I have to go to the store and get some. So I do have a backup sugar scrub that I really do like. I like their brand, and it's actually two sugar scrubs, sugar and salt scrubs that I like from a different place that's in St. Charles, Missouri. Which we should do a field trip there. We did. I don't think I posted that, but that's for Mondays with Monica and Malia. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is hair. I think it's important to understand that when it comes to your hair, it's your hair. So I've seen so many videos and people talking about the different things that harm your hair, but there's a lot of things going on. Hair has been around for years, hundreds of years. Now we have improved on hair. Now, when it comes to hair, we have different types of hair. We have different foundations of hair. The texture of hair is different. And I think that when we take the time to actually understand what our hair is doing, it makes a huge difference on how we take care of our hair. So I am really big on doing a consultation when it comes to having new clients. And the reason being is because I want to get to know your hair and I want you to get to know me. I want to make sure that the products that I'm putting in your hair will actually work for your hair. I'm not going to slap on so much products because that build up. And even though, people like to, oh, I want this style, it's a hairstyle that requires products and that will last up to a week. However, you still have buildup on your hair. And I think it's important to understand that. So when it comes to my consultation, I do a hair type analysis. I also give you the shampoo experience. Not only that, but we take the time to select styles. So I have a few selective styles, and I think what I'm going to do is I am going to start being selective on those styles. So when it comes to cornrows, it's between 4 and 8 cornrows. And the reason why it's 4 and 8 is because I want to make sure that when you walk away, how does your hair look the next day, in the next 3 days? So I have a hypothesis on this is what I'm putting in your hair when you leave out of here. I want you to tell me, when did your hair get fuzzy? How long did it last? Did it last you for a week? Because your next appointment, that's when we can do your hairstyle. That's when we can say, these are the products that we can use in your hair. And I am very open to, if the next day you're like, okay, this is what my hair looks like. Okay, this is the time I got. Come on, let me see you, because I want to make sure that we're focusing on getting your hair healthy and happy. That is my goal. That is part of the reason why I decided to change my title from hairstylist to beauty advisor, because I might not be the one for you. My main objective is hair integrity. So when it comes to learning what your hair type is, we're going to get there, because sometimes when you're manipulating your curl pattern by putting heat on your hair, things make a difference. When we're manipulating our curl pattern by putting color in our hair, it makes your pattern different. So we want to make sure that we are seeing what your underlying pattern is. Now, if you put heat on your hair before you came to me and I am shampooing your hair, I can tell, I can smell it. I can see it. I'm feeling and I'm touching your hair. So my main objective is, okay, so this is what we can do. We can break this down and we can have a conversation. This can take some time. And what does this look like? I think it's important to have a hair routine when it comes to certain things. And if you want me to break that down, in fact, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I am going to make it my business to put more videos up on Patreon that are more in depth. When I am doing the series, I am going to make sure that I actually talk about things that are important and what I see, because I see a lot of things and I'm just like, okay, let's not do that. One of the things that I did see is somebody say that you should stop air drying your hair. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute, because that's actually one of the things that I do. I don't mind blow drying. I don't mind, but it is manipulation to your hair. I want that to be known. You are manipulating your hair pattern. That's it. That's all. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that that's what you're doing. In fact, to me, there are three types of ways that you can dry your hair. You could air dry your hair, you could towel dry your hair, and you could blow dry your hair. Blow drying, I do consider putting heat on your hair, being under the dryer too. So air dry, you could towel dry, or you could put heat on your hair. So that's what we'll say. Um, to me, it's all in moderation. So if you're putting heat on your hair every single day, you're going to come with breakage. You're going to have breakage. If you're like shampooing your hair every single day and you're taking the towel and towel drying your hair, yes, you could have breakage depending on what type of towel you're using. If you're air drying your hair and you're shampooing your hair every single day, you could have some issues going on because we don't need to shampoo our hair every day. We really don't. But that's another conversation for a different day. And that's just in my opinion and how I feel. Because if you're shampooing your hair every day, what happens is, I mean, your scalp. What about your scalp? So we need to figure out why you feel like you need to shampoo your hair every single day. And that's just something that I believe and what I think just with me working with different types of hair. When it comes to my consultations, I already talked about the hair consultation and what I like to do and the experiences. When it comes to my color consultation, I truly believe that it's important to have sessions. So the first consultation and a color consultation, I didn't press before, but now I'm really going to press it. If I have not worked with your hair and you want me to color your hair, we're doing a consultation first. A consultation is important because it actually can show like, okay, so this is the type of line that I use, and I'm only going to use about, not even, maybe probably like a half of an inch of your hair just to color it. So once I'm lifting it and I put that color on it, and I'm a fashion color person, just so you know, I'm not a blind. I don't blind. I fashion color. Do I do retouches on fashion color? I had to tell someone that I don't specialize in gray. So yes, I do have gray. However, I put fashion color on top of my gray. So that's something that I wanted to explain too, because I've had a lot of people. Now, later on in life, will I do it? Maybe, possibly. It really just depends. It really depends. What my focus is just making sure that you can maintain your hair and make it healthy and happy. When it comes to my color consultations, it's important to understand that we're talking about getting your hair colored. We're talking about the what you want. So the different types of color styles. You might want highlights. You might want lowlights. You might want a color block. You may even want a color balayage. Balayage. Woo! It really just depends. Now, when it comes to lifting your hair and highlights, yes, I do. I do that. That's a no brainer when it comes to coloring hair, because you have to lift it before you slap that color on. Um, Now, in the consultation, what happens is we lift your hair, we shampoo your hair, we go through that process as well. And a color consultation is something that we take the time to block off sessions. So if you're trying to be platinum blonde, we talk about that in that session. And depending on if you're my client or not, so if you're not my client, then what happens with that is we go through a process. If you are my client, what happens with that is we've already talked about this. The next step is to the color consultation becomes something different. So we did take the time to lift your hair already. So we're at that part. So now we're at the next steps to doing the sessions. And with the sessions, it's just, okay, so we're going to do a block of this. We're going to break your hair up. And the reason why I say we're breaking the hair up and we're doing low lights, low lights, highlights, whatever the case may be, whatever you're wanting, we're doing it in sessions because you could have dark hair like mine. You could have blonde hair already, which doesn't take that long and doesn't have that many sessions, depending on where you're trying to go. And that just really depends on, what we talked about. This is your consultation. And I wanted to break that down because I've had a lot of people ask me, they're just like, it says consultation, it says $85. We're putting in work on that in that consultation. Consultations, I do say, I have different specials every now and then where I'm like, okay, you could get your consultation for free, book online, and your deposit will go to your next appointment. I want that to be known because I do have specials like that sometimes. When it comes to the lash consultation, and this is important to me because I feel like with lashes, I've learned so much, and I am with Extreme Lashes. I have all my products through Extreme Lashes, and I really do enjoy, the classes as well as just learning about, the lashes in general. And I think it's important to understand that when you are saying you want this type of style, design, for me, I feel like designs and styles are two different things. So I have a natural lash design, I have a classic lash design, I have the hybrid lash design, and then I have the volume lash design. Now, I know I was talking to my daughter the other day, and she was just like, she's not really sure about the difference between a mega and a volume. To me, for me, when it comes to volume, in my, like, when I am giving you this service, that is the same. It's just how we're applying your individual lashes. So with the volume, it's, for me, it's both volume, mega volume. That's the same. And when it comes to mega, I personally feel like a mega extension is, it's not going to last long. It's not going to last you long. If you're looking for mega extensions, you should definitely think about doing a lash strip if that's something that you want every single day. Now, if you're just like, I just want them really long, I want them to pop, we could talk about that. But it takes time to get there if that's what you're looking for. What design are you looking for? Are you looking for I want it natural, but I want this. I want, like, people have different things. So me personally, I am looking for models because I do want to put these styles out there with the designs that I have. So I could have options and people could see. And to be honest with you, everybody has different looks. They have different looks. Like when I wear lashes, you could see them, but they are different on me than they are on Malia. They look good. It enhances everybody's eyes. So I think it's important to understand that what you're looking at and you're like, I want this, it could be something totally different. It could be the same style, but it's executed on you differently. I hope that this video really did help. I feel like I talked a lot, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm going to leave all my information in the description box below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Sharing is caring, and I will talk to you all soon.